What is good, everybody? Welcome back to your weekly dose of the plug. I'm your boy MJ. Before we get started, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you are ever interested in what's happening in the reptile industry, well, look no further. You are in the right place, where we share everything that's happy, sad, good, or bad. It all comes to this platform, so welcome in. Let's get right into it. Bob Vu of Bob's Balls. I know Bob Vu. Highly respected ball python breeder in the ball python community. One of the biggest names to be vending at shows like Repticon. Bob Vu is no longer vending shows with Repticon. This is a huge thing. Bob Vu vends at Repticons for all his major shows. So for him not to be associated with Repticon, it's a huge thing for these shows because, like I said, Bob Vu has a huge community. He has a huge following. A lot of people attend these shows solely to go check out Bob Vu's productions. The last 6 years or so, Bob's Balls has been vending Repticon shows. So recently there's been some drama. According to Bob's post, Repticon gave away his table at his own hometown event. Wow, that would kind of piss me off, right? Now, on top of everything, Bob still was able to get a table after his tables were given away to somebody else, and they went ahead and put them in the furthest corner where the show's at, which, you know, if you've been vending at a show for so long and you have your table, right? Everyone has their table that they like to, you know, have every year. And you have that same table year after year, and then all of a sudden you get pushed in the back. I don't blame Bob Vu. I would be pretty upset too, especially because these shows are so important and vital to this reptile community, industry, hobby, whatever you want to call it. I've been following Bob Vu since coming into this hobby. I've noticed that he has been a big push on why this ball python game has been so elevated and getting so much bigger day after day. For me, it kind of stands out. Why would Repticon want to do this to Bob Vu? Is there more to it? I don't know, but all I gotta say, for Bob Vu to take this to his platform and to blatantly let everyone know that he will no longer be attending any more Repticon shows. Yes, that's right. Bob Vu, Repticon shows, no more. Zero. Zilch. In the past, water under the bridge. He did say he will be attending NARBC shows, Show Me Your Snake shows, hopefully trying to get this guy out to a reptile super show. I had the pleasure of speaking to Bob not too long ago, and he said he would love to come out to a West Coast show just to check it out and whatnot. But I can tell you right now, man, the kind of vibe that Bob brings to the shows, it's awesome. I can tell you right now, we need these shows to have all the heavy hitters. Bob Vu, I hope this all gets sorted out. If you have an opinion on this, please do me a favor. Drop me a comment. Do you think Repticon's gonna really miss Bob Vu? I mean, I have a feeling they really will, but let me know what you think. I want to hear what you have to say on this matter, but more importantly, please, let's keep the politics aside. Let's not give away people's tables. Jeez. In other news, this is just a little PSA, okay? I had one of the best weekends of my life. Now, the reason why I emphasize life is because my life was almost taken over this weekend. And I'm not overreacting. I'm not exaggerating at all. Let me tell you how important it is not to text and drive. Friday morning, me and my buddy Andrew Acevedo, a lot of you may know him, super dwarf breeder, was in town visiting me. We were gonna have a great barbecue that day, and I was on my way to pick up two friends that you guys might know, Brian Cusco and Garrett Hartle. On my way to pick them up, I was in traffic and I happened to come to a complete stop. Now, Andrew was in the front seat, and as I was stopped for no longer than 5 seconds, I look in my rearview mirror and I see this lady coming so fast towards our way, and I'm just sitting there with cars in front of me. I'm a sitting duck, okay? But before I can even react or say anything, boom, this lady hits us from the back. Now, I'm in a 4Runner, okay? I have a black, well, had a 4Runner, but I have a black 4Runner that got hit so hard by this car that my car flipped upside down onto the side of the road, luckily not hitting any other cars, but on the side of the road onto the railing, knocking me and Andrew completely upside down. It was quite an experience, but I could tell you right now, this lady was not paying attention. She was looking down at her phone. It could have cost 2 people's lives at minimum, okay? We're so lucky that this did not cause more of an accident than it was. The reason why I'm sharing this story with you guys this week is to let you know, do not text and drive. Luckily, Andrew and myself are completely okay, and I can tell you right now, this is probably the biggest eye-opener I've ever had in my entire life. I'm still happy to be here with all of you guys, but just remember, please, coming from your boy MJ, do not text and drive. All right, guys, clip of the week. I got something pretty off the wall here, okay? I went ahead and got a YouTube clip sent over from my father-in-law, Mark. What's up, Mark? Love you, Mark. My father-in-law sent me an email saying, hey, you might want to check out this video. And I'm not going to lie, this video was interesting, but very like, wow, that's bizarre. You know how this is. This is the plug. I want to show you guys, and I want to get your guys' feedback. So let's roll that clip. Damn, could you believe that? Like, straight put a snake into the wall, which went ahead and pushed out a rodent and grabbed and killed the rodent. I mean, that's sick. And I'm not gonna lie, I've actually done that myself. Yes, I have done that myself. I had a rodent that happened to get loose while I was doing some feeding. It caught itself on the long back of my rack systems, okay? So I'm on the floor. I see this rat going back and forth, back and forth. I'm sweating. My room is hot. I don't have time. I'm on a schedule, okay? So what do? False water cobra. So my false water cobra, which is by far my most intense snake when it comes to eating, sat that snake on the floor, which within seconds, tracked the mouse, ran it down, ate it, put it back in its tub. No loose rat. That was that, okay? Because I can tell you right now, if anyone doesn't know out there yet, you do not want a loose rodent in your snake room. You don't want a loose rodent, period, because rodents could do some serious damage. I want to know what your feedback is for this week's clip, and let me know how you feel that this would work for maybe for you. Maybe if you had a loose rat in your room and you don't know what to do, did you ever think of that? Have you ever thought about putting a snake on the ground and letting him take care of that business? Breeder Spotlight of the Week. Big homie from the Evergreen State, Washington, Shane Wooldridge, whose actually brand is named the Evergreen State Reptiles. Shout out to my man Shane Wooldridge for really pulling his weight this year with this breeding season, producing over 10 different species of colubrids, producing some ball pythons, blue-tongued skinks, you name it. You don't want to miss this guy's production. You don't want to miss this guy's grind, his hard work, because he's been putting in work for quite some time. Had him on Trap Talk with MJ. Make sure you go down to the description below, click on the link, check out that episode. Shane is doing things differently. He is doing things the way he wants to do them, following his own path. And to see him work with so many different species of colubrids on top of breeding other reptiles is just simply amazing. This guy is so diverse. He's somebody you definitely want to go check out. If you happen to talk to my boy Shane, or if you know my boy Shane, make sure you congratulate him on getting Breeder Spotlight of the Week on Animal Bites TV. Trap Talk with MJ podcast. This week we had Garrick of the House of Blue. Yes, calling all chondro lovers. You are not going to want to miss this episode that I had with one of the best doing it in the green tree python community. Garrick works with a beautiful line of blue chondros and has proved himself year after year to really have the niche and what it takes to produce green tree pythons. If any of you know out there, green tree pythons is no walk in the park when it comes to production and reproducing. They are not easy. It takes a lot of dialing down, takes a lot of years of patience, and some people just never get it. Well, Garrett got it, and this is going to be an episode you do not want to miss, especially if you're curious out there about green tree pythons, or if you already work with green tree pythons. Either way, you don't want to miss this. Go down the link below and make sure you click on last week's Trap Talk with NJ with Garrick from House of the Blue. All right, guys, that does it for this weekly dose of the plug. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave me back your feedback. If you out there have some news that you feel like that needs to be put out there, please let us know. Give us an email. Make sure you're tapped in next week for some more reptile news and updates. But make sure you are ready next week to be plugged.